Brown there facing off against Savio Preps, number 33. And I'll quickly go over the starting lineup. That was Andrew Barry at tip-off as Classical gains possession. Will Brogdon gets it to Peter Grass, and we're underway here in the semifinals of tonight's match. Seaforth gets it to Grassa. Grassa takes a J off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Seaforth. The putback and it's good. And Classical's up first. The starting lineup first for Savio Prep. Starting captain number 3, guard Brian Sullivan. At guard number 4, Paul Baresi. At forward number 13, Josh Allen. At forward number 23, James Moore. And at center number 33, Andrew Barry. As Savio Prep sinks the shot. And it's tied at 2, Paul Baresi. Two to 2 as the game is. Castillo takes the three-point J, no good. The putback, Dorian Brown, no good. Tipped around, and it ends up in the hand of Savio Prep. Paul Baresi with the ball. Gets it down deep to Allen. Put up, no good. And the whistle called, but a good defensive play by Classical. Stopping the shooter. And Savio Prep gets it back. The starting 5 for Lynn Classical. Starting at forward, Will Brogdon, number 1. At forward, number 10, Jojo Castillo. Andrew Barry turns around, takes the J, no good. At guard, number 3, Jojo Castillo. At guard, number 40, Peter Grassa. And starting at center, number 32, Dorian Brown. Of course, present at tonight's game, as at every game so far this season for Classical, especially the state tournament, are the roadies, and you hear them chanting, letting Savio Prep know exactly how they feel about their offense. Savio Prep in control of the ball. Baresi, they get it to Barry. Barry finds Baresi. Baresi takes a three-point J. Hits the side of the rim, no good. Ends up in the hands of Will Brogdon. Will Brogdon, the Iron Man, who played every single minute of the triple overtime win against Hamilton Wenham. Classical still on that high. Triple overtime, Hamilton Wenham. It's a great game. The final score in that game was 78-74 Classical. It was a great game. And we'll see if Classical can carry that play over into this game. Savio Prep quickly moving the ball. And it runs into advantage. Good ball movement. They find James Moore. And Savio Prep's up by 2. It's 4-2. Here in the opening minutes of the first half. It's Jojo Castillo with the ball. 2 defenders on him. Castillo finds Seaforth. Seaforth takes the J, no good. Dorian Brown's there, gets the rebound. Puts it back up, and Dorian Brown has 2 points, and the game's tied at 4. So Dorian Brown out Seaforth Smith grabs the rebound. The putback no good. And he ends up putting it down, and we're tied at 4. 4-4. Savio Prep Classical in the opening minutes of the first half. Savio Prep slowing it down. Paul Baresi with the ball. They get it inside to Barry. Barry off the glass, no good. Dorian Brown's there, bobbles it around. No good, ends up in the hands of Brian Sullivan. Sullivan puts it up. No good. Andrew Barry with the rebound, but Tony Seaforth gets it back. It's a 2-on-2 situation, and Seaforth tries to get it to Castillo. Good hustle by Savio Prep's James Moore, hustling out of bounds. But the officials called him out. The inbounds ball ends up in the hands of Paul Baresi. Baresi now on the fast break, puts it up, and a whistle's called. So some miscommunication on the inbound. It got loose and it ended up in the hands of Baresi. Baresi on the fast break was fouled on the way up, and he's at the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line by any team tonight. And Baresi makes it a good one as he sinks the first one. That foul was on Jojo Castillo, his first. Classical's second. Baresi sinks both free throws, and that puts Savio Prep up 6-4. Castillo finds Brown. They get inside to Brown. Brown turn around and sinks it. Dorian Brown 4 points, and we're tied at 6. So Jojo Castillo getting inside to Dorian Brown, and Brown off the glass sinks the shot, And the center for Savio Prep, Andrew Barry, comes right back with 2 points of his own. And Savio Prep's up by 2. Once again, they get it inside to Dorian Brown. Dorian Brown, triple guard, can't get it to go down. Ends up in the hands of Baresi. Baresi finds Sullivan. They get it to Barry. Good ball movement. And Savio Prep's up by 4. Will Brogdon in control, slows the ball movement down. Savio Prep, good ball movement, getting into the open man, getting points in the paint, and they're up by 2. Seaforth missing the dunk, and Savio Prep gets it back. The ball rolls on the ground. The officials say it was last touched by Classical. Savio Prep gets it back. 26 seconds left on the shot clock. 10-6 here. 11:42 left to play here in the first half. They find Brian Sullivan. Sullivan gets it inside to Barry. And Barry sinks it. Castillo's J's no good. Rebounded by Brown, and Brown sinks it. Gets Classical out of the little slump that they had when they were tied at 6. Savio Prep went on a 6-0 run, and Dorian Brown's basket just ended that 6-0 run. Classical now trails by 4. 12-8. 11 minutes left to play in the first half. The J no good, rebounded by Seaforth. Classical with control, they get it to Castillo. It's 2-on-2 Castillo. Can't hold on to it. And officials give the ball back to Classical. Yeah, 24 on the shot clock as Brogdon's going to be inbounding. Finds Brown. Brown gets inside the arc, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Sullivan. Sullivan now finds Barry. Barry's fouled. And that'll send him to the free throw line. Will Brogdon gets the foul, his first. Sullivan will be at the line. Savio Prep has yet to commit a foul in this game. Classical has committed 3. Savio Prep remains perfect from the free throw line, 4 for 4. As Dorian Brown turns it over, and Savio Prep now comes back. The J by Josh Allen, it's good. And that's going to give Savio Prep an 8-point lead. The inbound, it looked like Savio Prep thought that a timeout was called. It wasn't. They get it to Seaforth, gets it back to Brogdon. Brogdon puts it up. Bounces around the rim, and it finally goes down. Will Brogdon, 2 points. His first of the night, and cuts the lead to 6, 16-10. Just over 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Sullivan takes a J for 2, and he sinks it, and the lead's back up to 8. No good into the hands of Dorian Brown. Brown finds Grassa. Grassa puts it up. No good. Tony Seaforth grabs the rebound. Holds on to it. Gets it to Brogdon. Brogdon puts it up. And Brogdon with another 2 points. And once again, the lead's cut to 6. 18-12 under 10 minutes to play. 9:30 to be exact on the clock here in the first half. Paul Baresi slowing ball movement down. Being guarded by Grassa. Baresi finds an open man from 3-point range. No good into the hands of Tony Seaforth. Brogdon takes an open 3-point cheat, and it's good. Cuts the lead to 3 points. Will Brogdon. Will Brogdon has scored the last 7 points for Lynn Classical. An important 3 coming there. They were down by 6, and it's down by 3. And good job by Will Brogdon. Good hustle, but got it to the wrong man. And Brian Sullivan makes him pay for it, answers back with 3 of his own. So back up to 6, 21-15, 8:40 left on the clock. It was a good hustle by Will Brogdon. But Brian Sullivan was in the right place at the right time. Will Brogdon tries to answer back with 3 of his own. It's no good. And Savio Prep regains control of the ball. Sullivan takes an open 3, no good. The putback, no good, ends up in the hands of Dorian Brown. So Brown gets it to Brogdon. They clear half court. Brogdon finds Grassa. Grassa back to Brogdon. They get it to Castillo. Castillo tries to penetrate, turns it over, and here comes Savio Prep. Paul Baresi clears half court. Baresi finds Sullivan, who's being guarded by Brogdon. They get it to Barry. They find an open Josh Allen, and Josh Allen sinks it. Josh Allen sinks the 3, and it's a 9-point lead for Savio Prep. Jaron Green making his way to the check-in station. Castillo tries to penetrate, can't hold on. He's stripped of the ball. They get it to Sullivan all by himself. Tony Seaford gets down there. Sullivan beats him to the basket, however, and it's 11-point lead for Savio Prep. And Coach Tom Grassel will call a timeout to talk about it. So we're seeing a good hustle on both sides. Savio Prep, though, doing a very good job on defense, stripping the ball from Classical. And their ball movement has been really what's gotten them the lead. They find the open man, get it inside to Andrew Barry. And that's accounted for most of the points tonight. 26-15 is the score. 7:32 on the clock left to play in the first half. And coming out of the timeout, Jaron Green and Val Lewis in the game. In place of Peter Grassa and Jojo Castillo. So Val Lewis inbounds, gets it to Will Brogdon. Classical with possession, they clear half court. They get it to Jaron Green. Green back to Brogdon. They find Val Lewis. Classical moving the ball around. Green will penetrate, puts it up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lewis. Lewis, a putback, no good. Good hustle by Lewis, hustling out of bounds. They're going to call a foul. It's going to be against Classical. Classical's 4th foul. The foul is on Lewis, his first. Classical's 4th foul of the half. And Savio Prep with control. Brian Sullivan. Sullivan finding James Moore, but there's a whistle blown, and that one's going to be against Savio Prep. Their first foul of the night, and it comes against Paul Baresi. Brogdon with the ball, finds Lewis. They get it to Dorian Brown. Dorian Brown gets it to Brogdon. Brogdon puts it up, no good off the rim. Good hustle by Tony Seaforth, getting it to Val Lewis, and Val Lewis gets it off the backboard. And cuts the lead to 9. So Brian Sullivan being guarded by Brogdon. Sullivan finds Baresi. They try to get it inside, and good job by Classical defense turning it over. They get it to Will Brogdon. Will Brogdon on the fast break and 2 points. So good job the Classical defense getting in the passing lane, finding the open man in the fast break. They get it to Will Brogdon, and Brogdon gets a layup, 2 points, and it's a 7-point lead for Savio Prep. Baresi with the ball, gets the pick. Baresi puts it up, and he's blocked by Dorian Brown. Good defense by Dorian Brown. They get it to Tony Seaforth. Seaforth puts it up, off the rim, no good. Grabs his own rebound, puts it back up, gets the basket, and 1. Tony Seaforth grabbing his own rebound, going inside, penetrating, gets the basket, gets the foul, and there's going to be a timeout. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be Tony Seaforth at the free throw line trying to complete the 3-point play, which would get them within 4. So good job by Classical. They trailed by 11. They've cut that lead to 5. Classical on a 6-0 run. since Val Lewis and Teron Green came in the game. Seaford sinks it, completes a three-point play, and Classical's within 4 now. They trailed by 11. They're on a 7-0 run. As I said, since Teron Green and Val Lewis have come into the game. Brian Sullivan being guarded by Brogdon. Good job by Tony Seaforth hustling. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Savio Prep will get it back with 17 on the shot clock. They tried to get it to James Moore. Tony Seaforth rushing into the passing lane. Tipped it out of bounds. And they get it back. The fadeaway jumper by Andrew Barry. It's off the glass and it's good. And Savio Prep has a 6-point lead. Dorian Braun cuts that back down to 4 with 2 points. (28-24) is the score. 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. James Moore comes back with 2 points of his own. And we'll see a Classical answers back. Teron Green with the ball, gets the pick. Teron Green with the J, lets it fly, no good. Dorian Braun tips it back up, no good. Grabs the rebound and he's fouled. The last 3 fouls have been committed by Savio Prep after the first 4 were committed by Classical. And this one's going to send Braun to the line shooting 2. The ball playing a little game with Braun on that one, dancing around the rim before it finally sinks. Sinks the second one. This time the ball gives him no problem. And Classical's within 4. The whistle's blown. It's against Savio Prep. It's committed their 4th straight foul. The basket counts, and he'll go to the free throw line, try to complete. Classical gets the ball. Good job, Dorian Braun using his height advantage to get the ball. Can't sink it. Tony Seaforth gets it back, and he's fouled. The shot won't go down for him, but he'll try to make up for it by shooting 2 at the free throw line. James Moore picks up the foul, and that's 5 straight fouls committed as Tony Seaforth misses the first free throw. Seaforth hushes the Savio Prep crowd by sinking the second free throw and getting his team within 3. Andrew Barry, the center, penetrating inside the lane and gets another point off in the paint. 5-point lead. Dorian Braun grabbing the rebound and the jam. Dorian Braun grabs the rebound, jams it in. And it's a 3-point lead for Savio Prep. Dorian Brown riling up the Classical fans, especially the roadies. Baresi loses control of the ball for a moment, gets it back. So to Dan Popolo. Popolo finds Sullivan, who has the ball now. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sullivan penetrates. Crazy move, puts it up. But it doesn't go down. It's rebounded by Tony Seaforth. Seaforth loses it for a minute, and he has to slow it down. Jerron Green penetrates, and Jerron Green sinks a shot. Tripping over Andrew Barry. Jerron Green, and the lead's cut to 1, 32-31, 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. Classical coming back from what once was an 11-point deficit. They've cut it to 1. Capola with the ball, gets it to Barry. That shot won't go down. Barry gets another one, it won't go down. And Dorian Brown gets the rebound. Gets it to Jerron Green. The Savio Prep fans not happy. They were looking for the foul, didn't get it. The J no good. Dorian Brown tries to grab the rebound, ends up in the hands of Seaforth. Seaforth tried to get it to Lewis. He can't get to it in time, it goes out of bounds. Savio Prep ball. 2:32 left to play here in the first half. An exciting first half it's been, 32-31. Or they get it to Barry, can't hold on to it, and it's turned over. Will Brogdon. And there's a whistle blown. The foul's going to be against James Moore. That's his team 6, and that's it. After that, they'll be over the limit. That was their last foul to give. Every foul after that's going to send Classical to the free throw line. Just over 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Green gets it to Lewis, who gets it to Will Brogdon. Brogdon with the ball. Tries to put it up, he's stripped. They try to get it back, no good. Ends up in the hands of Baresi. Baresi tried to get it to Sullivan. But Jerron Green getting in the pass and gets it back, finds Val Lewis, and Val Lewis sinks it. And Classical retakes the lead, 33-32. It's the first time they led since it was 4-2 in their favor. Baresi finds Barry, who's stripped of the ball. They get it to Will Brogdon. Brogdon takes the J, dances off the rim, no good, rebounded by Barry, who holds on to it until he gives it to Baresi. Baresi now with the ball, clears half court. 1:20 left to play in the first half. They get it to Sullivan. Sullivan with the ball. Sullivan finds Allen. Allen back to Sullivan. Sullivan now with the ball being guarded by Brogdon. Sullivan takes a three-point J, no good. They're going to call a foul against Barrow, pushing Val Lewis, and that's going to send Classical to the free throw line. It looked like Val Lewis was the one fouled. They're going to say it was Tony Seaforth. I might have been wrong. Shoots 1 and 1. He sinks the first one, so he's going to get a second one. Seaforth sinks them both, and Classical has a 3-point lead, 35-32. Just over 1 minute left to play here in the first half. Sullivan finds Allen. Allen with the ball. Allen back to Sullivan. Sullivan takes a J, no good, rebounded by Tony Seaforth. Seaforth gets it to Brogdon. 42 seconds left to play in the first half. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Will Brogdon clears half court. He slows the ball movement down. They get it to Seaforth. No foul. Seaforth gets the bucket, however. And Classical has increased their lead to 5 points, 37-32. They turn the shot clock off as Baresi has control. Baresi finds Barry, and Barry's fouled. Jojo Castillo comes back to the check-in table. Barry misses the first free throw. We'll have another one. Castillo coming in the game, play the last seconds of the first half. As Dorian Brown sits out. Tony Seaforth grabs the rebound, gets it to Jojo Castillo. 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Will Brogdon behind the back. Will Brogdon strip, gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan with the ball. Sullivan puts it up. He sinks a three-pointer. The three-pointer at the buzzer. Do they give it to him? Yes, they do. So Sullivan grabs the rebound. Actually, Brogdon was stripped of the ball. Sullivan ends up with it, penetrates, and at the final seconds lets it go from three-point range, and it's good. And they only give him two, but we go into half. 37-34. Classical over Savio Prep. Welcome back as we're about to enter the second half. And I'll go over the scores from the first half. The score is 37-34 in case you're just joining us. Savio Prep with control of the ball. And it'll be Josh Allen inbound. Inbounds to Baressian. Just like that, Jojo Castillo in the lane. Gets it away from Baressian. Jojo Castillo with 2 points. And I'll go over the scores as Baressian gets it to Allen. Allen gets it to Barry. Barry turns around and sinks it. The scores from the first half. For Savio Prep, Paul Baressian with 4 points. James Moore with 4 points. Josh Allen with 5 points. That one's no good and it's rebounded by Savio Prep. Brian Sullivan with 7 points, and Andrew Barry, who leads all scorers, has 14. The three-point J is no good, rebounded by Josh Allen. Allen tries to get it to Barry, turned over into the hands of Jojo Castillo, who gets it to Will Brogdon. Jojo Castillo with the assist, Will Brogdon with 2 more points. The scores for Classical, Val Lewis has 4 points, Jerron Green with 2. Jojo Castillo just picked up his first 2, opening the second half. Anthony Seaforth with 10 points. Will Brogdon now has 11. And Dorian Brown leads the scores on his team with 12 as a foul's called. So it's been a story of both centers. The centers leading all scorers. Dorian Brown with 12. Andrew Barry with 14. So both teams doing a good job getting it inside to their big men. Getting the points in the paint. Andrew Barry with the ball right now. Finds Baressian. Baressian being guarded by Castillo. Baressian gets it to Barry. Barry open lane. And another 2 points. So Barry, 2 more points. And the deficit's cut to 5. Castillo gets it to Dorian Brown, and Dorian Brown answers right back. And like I said, a battle of the centers. Dorian Brown answering right back with 2 points of his own, and it's a 5-point lead for Lynn Classical, 43-38, the opening minutes of the second half. Brian Sullivan coming back, gets his first 2 points of the half. He has 9 overall, and it's 43-40. Brogdon gets it to Brown. Brown being guarded by Allen. Brown takes a long J, no good, rebounded by Baressian. Dorian Brown very close to 3-point range. Takes a J off the rim, and it was rebounded by Baressian, who has the ball now, being guarded by Castillo. Baressian turns around, finds Moore. Moore gets it to Allen. Allen takes a J from 2 points, and the lead's cut to 1. 43-42, 13:20 left on the clock. Classical had a 3-point lead to open the half. It's down to 1. Will Brogdon takes a J, 2 points. Off the rim, no good. Batted around. Battled by Seaforth and Barry. And goes off Seaforth's foot. Savio Prep ball. Just under 13 minutes to play here in the game. 43-42 in an exciting game it's been thus far. And Savio regains the lead for the first time since the first half. They're up by one, 44-43. And the way the game's going right now, you can tell this one's going to go down to the wire. Classical coming off a triple overtime win against Hamilton Wenham. A very emotional game for both teams. But it's a situation they'd like to avoid. As I'm sure Classical would rather win this one in regulation and have to go into overtime. Jojo Castillo sinking the J. He gets 2 points. He has 4. All of them coming in the half. And Classical regains the lead. Barry takes the J. It looked like it was going down, but it danced out. James Moore fighting for the rebound. And they're going to say it goes out of bounds off Classical. So Savio prep ball. Contact on the inbound. It was Baresi and Brogdon, and they call a foul on Will Brogdon. Brogdon not pleased with the call, and it looked like he had reason. Baresi came flying over him. They call the foul against Brogdon, and Josh Allen misses the layup. Classical gets it back, but Savio Prep will get it back just as quickly. Allen inbounds, gets it to Sullivan. 11:50 left on the clock in a 45-44 semifinal game of the Division III MIAE title. Sullivan gets 2 more points. He has 11, and it's a 46-45 lead. Savio Prep regaining the lead. They get it to Brown. Brown penetrates. Puts it up, and they're going to call the foul. It's going to send Brown to the free throw line. Torian Brown at the free throw line for the first time in the half. Sinks the first one to tie the game up at 46. And the second one gives the team the lead, 47-46. Coach Grassa has his starting 5 on the floor of Grassa, Brown, Seaforth, Brogdon, and Castillo. Castillo, 3-on-3, guarding Sullivan. Castillo right there with him. Sullivan misses a layup, and Castillo gets the rebound, gets it to Seaforth. Seaforth puts it up, and he's fouled. Seaforth pushed down to the ground on the fast break.
That's Lynn Tech. That's Lynn Tech, not Liddy.
Tony Seaforth sinks them both. And the team's up by 3, 49-46 to score. Seaforth getting his first points of the half. Lynn Tech making their appearance from their game tonight. Not sure if they've won or not. Their game was earlier tonight. But they're here supporting Lynn Classical. The other Lynn team is 4 Lynn schools played tonight in the same night. But let's focus on this one. It's a close one, 49-46. The J by Grassa, no good. Rebounded by Castillo. They call a foul against Castillo, and it's going to be Savio ball. They're going to say that I don't know if they call a foul if they say that he was out of bounds. But no matter what the verdict, they take the foul away. They say he was out of bounds. 3-point J, no good by Sullivan. And Grassa ends up with it. They say that Castillo was out of bounds, but that was in the past. Let's focus on the present. Castillo takes a three-point J, trying to answer back, no good. Rebounded by Seaforth. Seaforth can't hold on to it, but gets it back. Finds Grassa, they get it inside to Castillo. Castillo gets 2 points, and they're gonna call a timeout. Classical takes a 51-46 lead. 10:04 left to play in the game. So Classical, who trailed by 11 in the first half, have really come alive here since then. And it's 51-46. Coming out of the timeout, 51-46, Savio Prep with the ball, trailing by 5. 10 minutes left to play in the game. Paul Baresi with the ball. Paul Baresi finds Sullivan. Sullivan gets it to Barry. Barry trying to turn around, put it down. No good, rebounded by Tony Seaforth. Seaforth gets it to Castillo. Castillo puts it up and he sinks it. Castillo 2 more points. And Classical takes a 53-46 lead with 9:40 left to play in the game. Baresi finds Sullivan. Sullivan being guarded by Castillo. Baresi penetrates and he's fouled. Gets past Castillo. Still in 3-point range. So I don't know if you call that penetration. Jerron Green comes in the game for Jojo Castillo. Jojo Castillo coming alive here in the second half. Castillo has 8 points, all in the second half. And he's helping his team as they're up 53-46. James Morris 3, no good. They get it to Grassa. They say that Grassa was on the line. Grassa would have been all by himself had he not been out of bounds. And good call by the officials. He was right on the line. Could have gone either way, and the officials give the ball back to Savio Prep. 25 on the shot clock. Jerron Green causing trouble as he usually does for the Savio Prep offense. Sullivan gets it to Baresi. They get it inside to Barry, and it's tipped by Jerron Green. They get it to Brogdon. Brogdon can't hold on to it, and Jerron Green is there. Get it back. The whistle's against Lynn Classical, and it erases Dorian Brown's jam, and it was a pretty one at that. Team still up 53-46. They have to continue to play good basketball. Brian Sullivan takes it open, takes a 3. It wasn't open, it was over Jerron Green. And it's a 4-point lead for Lynn Classical, 53-49. 8:20 left to play. Peter Grassa rather with the ball. They get it to Seaforth. Seaforth tries to put it up, and it goes out of bounds off Savio Prep. So Classical gets it back. Val Lewis coming in the game. And this is a squad that got Classical back from an 11-point deficit. Dorian Brown can't make the dunk, and it's turned over. Baresi, they get it to Sullivan. Sullivan is 2-on-1. Sullivan puts it up, makes it look pretty, makes it go down. And Classical, who were up by 7, have seen their lead dwindle down to 2, 53-51. They get it to Val Lewis. Val Lewis takes a J, and he sinks it. So Val Lewis coming off the bench, and he gets 2 points, his first 2 of the half. Val Lewis has 6. Allen's shot's no good. And Classical now has possession. Jerron Green clears half court. Jerron Green. Green gets it to Seaforth. Seaforth Turns around, puts it up, it dances around, and won't go down. It's into the hands of Josh Allen. Allen gets it to Baresi. Baresi now with the ball. 7:20 left to play in the game. Classical up by 4. 55-51 is the score, and they slow it down. Sullivan with the ball being guarded by Green. Sullivan gets past Green. Sullivan puts it up. It was blocked by Brown, but the whistle's called. We'll see what the verdict is. They're going to call the foul against Green. That's his first. The team's fourth of the half. Allen inbounds. Gets it to Baresi. Baresi with the ball. Baresi being guarded by Brogdon. They get it to Barry. No good. Rebounded by Dorian Brown. Dorian Brown gets it to Will Brogdon. They find Tony Seaforth. Tony Seaforth, nothing but red shirts in his face. Puts it up. No good. And it's into the hands of Baresi. So Classical quick, trying to turn back quick on defense. They do a good job. They make it bobble. They get it to Andrew Barry. And Barry's fouled. He gets the bucket, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Action's too quick. It's hard for me to keep up with it. But the end result is Barry's at the free throw line. He'll shoot one, try to complete the three-point play. He misses it, and it's rebounded by Lewis. So it remains a 2-point lead by Lynn Classical. 53-55. Just over 6:30 left to play. Green penetrates, puts it up, and they're going to call the foul. The foul's going to be against Allen. That's his third, the team's third. And it's going to send Green to the line. (55-53) is the score. Over 6:30 left to play here in the first half. A timeout's called by Savio Prep, as Coach Frank Shea wants to talk to his troops. 55-53 is the score. Classical once trailed by 11 in the first half. They came back. The squad of Val Lewis and Jerron Green came in place of Jojo Castillo and Peter Grassa. So it was Lewis, Green, with Brogdon, Seaforth, and Brown on the floor. They helped the team come back. Classical fought back. And they opened up. They led by as many as 7.5, and that's dwindled down to 2 points. It's a 55-53 lead for Classical. They have possession of the ball, and it's Green at the free throw line. And we'll try to increase the lead. With 6:33 left on the clock in the game. Green misses both free throws, and it remains 55-53. Sullivan has control of the ball. 6 minutes left to play. Just over. Ryan Sullivan sinks it, and we're all tied up here at 55. 55-55 is the score. Will Brogdon with the ball. Brogdon gets it inside to Brown, the big man. Brown turns around and he sinks the shot, and Classical regains the lead. 57-55. Close game. 6 minutes left to play. Baresi finds Barry. Barry gets it to Allen. Allen puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Tony Seaforth. So Classical will try to increase the 2-point lead that they have, 57-55. They want to get cushion. They get it to Dorian Brown, the big man, and Brown scores 2 more points. So Dorian Brown scoring the last 4 points for Classical. And this is when they need him the most. Sullivan takes the 3, no good, rebounded by Green. So Green being double teamed, they get it to Brown. Brown finds Brogdon, gets it back to Brown. Brown puts it back up over Barry. And 2 more points for Dorian Brown. Dorian Brown scoring the last 6 points to Lynn Classical now. And that's what it is, a 6-point lead, 61-55. Coach Frank Shea will want to talk about it. And it's a 61-55 lead. Just over 5 minutes left to play, 5:01 to be exact on the clock. Dorian Brown scoring the last 6 points, coming alive. Albica's team had a 6-point lead. They were tied at 55. And that's when Dorian Brown went to work. It's a 6-point lead, 5 minutes left to play, plenty of basketball. And it's really helped Classical have been the defensive rebounds. In fact, all the rebounds. Grab the rebounds. They move the ball well. They get it to an open man, and they sink the shot. Savio Prep's done the same thing, but just not as much as Classical. That's why Classical's up 61-55, but of course that's the obvious. Sullivan gets it to Allen. Allen's J's in and out. No good. The rebound is thrown out of bounds. Last touch by Prep. So Classical will get the ball. It's inbounded by Castillo. They get it to Brogdon, who gets it to Green. Green now with the ball. Green back to Brogdon. Brogdon gets it to Brown, who gets it to Castillo. Castillo with the ball. Castillo gets in 3-point territory. Stops it, gets it inside to Seaforth. Seaforth penetrates, puts it up. Basket's no good, but Seaforth's foul. Get it to Brown, and they're going to call a jump ball. From where I was sitting, it looked like Dorian Brown was fouled. This actually looked like he was in mid-air as the Savio Prep players are carrying him, is what it seemed. Officials, of course, have a better seat. They didn't see that, and they call a jump ball. And Classical makes them answer. Classical makes them pay, rather, as Will Brogdon sinks the 3 on the inbound. And Classical's up by 9. The roadies like what they're seeing, so do the other Classical fans as the whistle's blown. The foul's on Green. It's his 3rd, team 6. They have no more fouls to give. Just over 4 minutes left to play here in this Division III semifinal match. As Sullivan sinks the first one. Sullivan sinks them both. And Savio Prep gets it right back as Andrew Barry gains possession of the ball, gives it to Baresi. Baresi now. No look pass, gets it to Moore. Moore finds Sullivan. Sullivan takes a 3, no good. Rebounded by Dorian Brown. Dorian Brown, the long pass, intended for Jojo Castillo. Castillo ends up with it. They call a jump ball, and it's Savio Prep ball. Good hustle by Jojo Castillo and Brian Sullivan. The long pass by Brown. penetrating and a whistle's blown. Fouls on Green, it's his fourth. Glasgow's over the limit. So any foul they commit will send Savio Prep to the free throw line. Sullivan has been very consistent from the free throw line. Sinks the first one. He has a second one, and it's a 6-point lead. Sullivan has made 4 consecutive free throws for Savio Prep, and the lead's cut down to 5. Brogdon sinks it, the bank shot, and it's a 7-point lead, 66-59, 3:10 left on the clock. Castillo guarding Sullivan. The pick by Barry, and now Seaforth guards Sullivan. Sullivan penetrates, puts it up, off the rim, no good, rebounded by. It was Castillo, he got it to Brogdon. And the whistle's gonna be against Lynn Classical. He's gonna give possession of the ball back to Savio Prep as Allen inbounds, gets it to Baresi. Just under 3 minutes left to play in the game. 66-59, an exciting game it's been so far. Andrew Barry tries to get it, tries to penetrate, no good. He falls down, no foul. Tony Seaforth and Andrew Barry tangled up down court. They both get back. Andrew Barry, good job hustling down the court. They get it to Val Lewis. Val Lewis in the paint, and he's fouled on the way up. That's going to send Lewis to the free throw line. Lewis sinks 1 of 2, and Glasgow's up by 8, 67-59. 2:25 left to play. Andrew Barry with the ball. Barry finds Baresi. Baresi bobbles it, and the offensive foul is called against Baresi. And it's Glasgow ball. Seaforth inbounds, gets it to Castillo. Castillo clears half court, being guarded by Sullivan. Good movement, gets it inside to Dorian Brown. Dorian Brown double team jump ball is called, and it's Glasgow ball. The jump ball is called, and the players weren't done fighting for the ball. And the officials will call a timeout. So timeout is called. 67-59 is the score. 2:09 left to play. Glasgow on top of Savio Prep. Savio Prep no longer has any more fouls to give. Any foul they commit will send Glasgow to the free throw line. Same for Glasgow. As we come out of the timeout, it's Glasgow ball after the jump ball. Will Brogdon will be inbounding. Inbounds it to Castillo. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Castillo being guarded by Baresi. Castillo puts it up, no good. Brown tries to grab the rebound. He does. It's no good. Brown tries to grab it again. But Barry beats him to it. Barry gets it to Moore, who gets it to Allen. Allen with the ball now. Josh Allen for Savio Prep gets it to Paul Baresi. Baresi finds Sullivan. Sullivan takes the three. No good. Rebounded by Tony Seaforth. Seaforth finds Will Brogdon. And that's who has the ball now. 1:40 left to play here in the game. 67-59 to score. They try to get it to Tony Seaforth into the hands of Barry. They find an open Baresi, who gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan sinks it on the fast break. And it's a 6-point lead, 67-61. And Brogdon's fouled. Classical a minute and 25 seconds away from advancing into the finals. Brogdon sinks the first one, and that'll guarantee him a second one. He makes one of two. Val Lewis grabs a rebound. He can't put it down. Paul Baresi ends up with it. And Baresi has the ball now. Baresi tries to penetrate, and he's fouled. 68-61, 7-point lead. That's what Classical does not want to do. They do not want to foul, because that gives Savio Prep a chance to come back with no time moving on the clock. Baresi sinks the first one. If he sinks this one, the lead will be cut down to 5 with 1:15 left to play. He sinks them both, and it's a 5-point lead, and a foul's called. Brown will be at the free throw line. They're fouling the big man as they're trailing by 5, and they're going to play the foul game. They'll foul whoever has the ball as Brown sinks it. They're going to hope that he makes one of two, or to better their situation, misses both of them. Try to grab the rebound and get a fast break. Brown sinks one, misses the other, and it's a 6-point lead for Classical. Just over 1 minute left to play. 1:03 left on the clock. Moore with the ball. Moore finds Josh Allen. Josh Allen takes the three, and he sinks it. 3-point lead, and Jaron Green is fouled. So Savio Prep will not stay tied. Within 3 with 55 seconds left to play. They're going to hope that Jaron Green misses these free throws and try to come back. Green sinks it. And we'll see what he does with the second one. Savio Prep has committed 9 fouls. Another foul will give Classical guaranteed 2 shots. So the quick inbound, Baresi with the ball. He has to move quickly if he wants his team to have a chance. They get it to Moore. Moore finds Baresi. Get it back to Moore. Try to get it inside to Barry. Josh Allen, rather. Baresi takes the three. No good off the rim. Sullivan grabs the rebound. No good. Tipped around Tony Seaforth. It goes out of bounds. Savio Prep ball, but a good job by the Classical defense not allowing any shooter to be open except for Sullivan, who was wide open on the right side. None of his teammates saw it. The inbounds hit out. And Savio Prep will get it back. Barry puts it up, no good, rebounded by Brown. They get it to Brogdon, and Brogdon's fouled, and that's going to send him to the free throw line. Lynn Tech, as I said, in the crowd. And you can see them at the bottom of your screen as they pass around. And I'm going to make an assumption that Tech won their game. So the Lynn fans hoping that Classical can hold out for the next 30 seconds, hold their 5-point lead as Will Brogdon's at the free throw line. And Classical as well as Tech and the rest of Lynn would love to see two Lynn teams in the finals. St. Mary's, Lynn English also playing tonight. Good luck to both those teams. And Coach Grasso will call a timeout. Will Brogdon will be at the free throw line coming out of the timeout. .2 seconds left in the game. Will Brogdon takes the first shot. Gives the team a 6-point lead. They're both good. And it's 73-66 Classical with 20 seconds left to play, and they foul Green. The foul's going to be on Barry. That's his 5th. And Savio Prep has committed double-digit fouls. So that means Green will get a guaranteed 2 shots. 73-66 is the score. Jerron Green will be shooting 2 at the line. And the city of Lynn is 21.2 seconds away from a Classical Tech Division III Northern Final. Green sinks them both. It's a 9-point lead. And 15 seconds left. Moore takes the 3, no good. Brown has it. They get it to Green. No red shirts in sight. And the fouling game is all over. Green will take it, no good. And that's going to be all. Glasgow's on their way to the finals. Bring on the Tigers. All Lynn final. And a great game played by Savio Prep, but in the end, it was Lynn Classical on top. Final score, 75-66. As I said, Classical trailed by as many as 11 in the first half. They came back. The defense and offense came alive at the end of the first half, and as well in the second half. Savio Prep gave them a run for it, but in the end, Classical pulls out on top. Great job by all players, especially Jerron Green.